Alright, this is a video analysis of Lil Wayne and T.I.'s With Me video. This video starts out with graffiti. If you have watched my previous videos, you know graffiti always tells a story. Your eyes naturally pay attention to the big, but if you look towards the small, you get a better picture of what most people are thinking. Uh, Unfortunately, my street graffiti is a little rusty. I don't quite get letters and things as easily as I do pictures and uh, graphics of any kind. So when I see street graffiti, it kind of boggles the mind. But it's worth checking out if you really want to uh, take a look at it. What I did notice is the cars in the start of the video are in a pyramid shape. The company itself, or the cars itself in a pyramid. Uh, always, always a starter, especially with Ti. I mean, Ti itself. I always think the Illuminati. It just his name alone always makes me think that. Not to mention he's with Little Wayne, and Little Wayne he drops that word a lot in a lot of his videos. That kind of proves that correlation. Uh, Knots in his pocket. Little Wayne mentions knots in his pocket. This can be a language. The Olmecs actually designed a knot system in the early civilizations, and it was designed entirely around knots. Uh, Threes, fours, five knots would signify different things in a culture. Basically, if you had food, if you needed water, if you just your basic necessities would all be determined by knots. So if he had knots in his pocket, he's basically saying if somebody found me or if somebody knows me and they know to check my pockets, they'll know exactly what I need or exactly what I have by how many knots I have in my pocket. Uh, Born in a drought could be a sign of a secret society that is a dry society. Skull and Bones comes to mind. I don't know if he's in a different society that is a dry society, but he does mention, if I remember right, codeine in his juice. Uh, that makes me think that that's what he does instead of drinking. He drops a codeine in his juice, and that's his form of a beer, or that's his form of a alcoholic beverage. Uh, Send his mom his head. This obviously is a beef video. I've been watching the MTV videos, and they're just kind of going in sequence right now. And basically, right now, there's beef going on, and it's just one after another. It's just telling a story. So, right now, they got beef with someone. I wonder who. And the Olmecs, when you cut someone's head off, connected together with the sacrifice of the Olmecs, would mean that you have a prisoner that is prepared for sacrifice. And you would take the head because they're a prisoner. Olmecs would take the head for a prisoner, the heart of a warrior, and the skin of a virgin. Uh, for the gods, and the gods were sacrificed for the sun god. The sun god was sacrificed. Uh, the the gods were sacrificing themselves openly to the sun god for the specific reason of the human race, and that's why the Olmecs sacrificed for the good of mankind, and that's why they in turn sacrifice so many lives to the gods because they sacrifice. It was kind of a catch-22. They sacrifice, we sacrifice. Then if you die You're going down with me, he said. So he's basically saying like I'm the team captain. If if I go down, you're going with me, so we can play this together, or we can play this alone. But either way, I'm the team captain. I'm gonna judge this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this happen, and you know, it's my way or the highway. But either way, I'm calling the shots. Uh, I take that as a verbal warning, and I think this has to do a lot with the knots in his pocket. It's code for everything in the right mind, and it shows a quick picture of the clouds. I don't know if it's looking up towards the heavens, but there's two clouds, two O's, two connections. I often look at the sky, so it showed deep connection to me, deep significance. Then they are in a room surrounded by graffiti. The best guess for me is a ritual room. Uh, then they're in a room of all lights. Uh, these lights could mean many things, but light to me has always made me feel as though I'm being watched by something. And if they're around that many lights, then they're being watched by so many people. And it's hard to make a move or do something when you're always being watched by so many people. And I think that's what the main idea around those lights were. But you really have to listen to the lyrics to get the true point or the true idea across with what is actually going on. And that's my video analysis of the With Me video. And I hope it's been educational as well as fun. Definitely check that out. And it's With Me by Ti and Lil Wayne. Have a good one.